Hello everybody, it's Ryan on here on Define My Style, aka xOwllight. A lot of people have been having trouble with creating color boards like this one or the theme boards like this. So I'm going to attempt to make a quick little video on how to do that. And I've found a way to make it laid out all like pretty like this, where everything's separated. So in this video I'm just going to show you how to do a color board, but I'm sure this could easily be applied to the theme boards as well. So hopefully this goes well. I'm not sure what I'm really doing, but stick with me and hopefully it'll work. So this is the page on how to make a color board, or the color board challenge page. And here are the tips, and you need the screenshots from the 3 fabrics and the DMS logo and your username and all of this right here. And you just right click and save the DMS logo to your computer, and it's really easy. But if you don't know how to take the screen captures of the fabrics, which is really easy too, you just go up here to the Design It page, and then you just grab one of these, it doesn't really matter, and then you choose a color scheme that you want for your color board. So say you want to go with blue for like the beach, if you're going to make like a beach palette or whatever. So you hit this, and then if there's one that, like, say you really like this fabric, or if you want to do something like florals instead of the beach, it's really easy, and you just take a screen capture, and it depends on your computer. On my Mac, you just control something and then command 4, and then you just literally drag it and it saves it to your desktop. And you do this for 3 of the fabrics. So if you wanted, something else that goes really well with that, like this one, kind of romantic but still very blue, you can do that. And you just take another one, and then you scroll down here, and then you find another one that is still within that same color family. Whatever you want to do, like even this one is really pretty. So we'll just use this one for the sake of the video. So the majority of this video of the fabrics are teal, white, and gray. So you would need to find a palette with that kind of color if you wanted to use a palette, or you would find pictures that are teal and gray, teal and white, different, whatever you choose to represent with that. And it's really up to you. You can go in so many different directions on here, and it's really great when you learn how to make one, and hopefully that's what I'll help. Okay, so the next step is to go and find the images that you will include on your color board. So here's a website like We Heart It, and you just search up images. So you type in teal, and once it all loads, so you just find different images that go with your theme. So like this one is very fancy but still like teal, and it's a peacock kind of thing. So you just literally right click, save that, but remember where you got your images from. And I just put all of them in a folder. It's DMS folder. And you just, because you need to cite your sources, and it's like the same thing if you're writing paper for school, unless you took these photos yourself. And it's really easy. If you get them all from We Heart It, Pinterest, or Tumblr, you just sort that, and you can search through here or any of these sites until you have all of your images. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back really quick in a little bit once I have them. It's going to take a while for me to search it all, but I'll show you how to compile everything after you get a palette or make a palette. It's up to you. You could even start with the palette first and then go from the fabrics there and the pictures there, or you could start with the pictures, or you could start with the fabrics like I showed you. Okay, so now it's time to make the palette. Some of the links provided are places where you can either get colors or whatever, but here's a website that I've been on forever, and I absolutely love it. It's called Color Lovers. So you can either start with a palette, do whatever you want, but on here you just can hit create, and you hit a palette, And then since what the colors we kind of chose, they are more of a teal and turquoise and white and gray. So here's the advanced palette maker. And once it loads, you can, go anywhere around here. And this is one of the colors right around here. Grab a shade or two of this and drag it wherever you want. And you can kind of fade it into a gray if you want. Kind of like a gradient. And then white is another one of the colors. So this is more of a greenish gray. So let's make it a little bit more gray. Oh. Alright, you get the idea. And then you can drag the widths to whatever you want to make it visually appealing. And so then you can just name it. So we'll name it Teals. It's really uncreative. Most of them are really creative. Then you click here to view it, and then it pops up. And then you just take another screen capture of your palette to upload in the next step. So once you screen capture everything, after this you have the palette, the pictures, and the 3 fabrics, and you already right-clicked and saved the DMS logo to your computer. Now it's for the next step, which is putting it all together, and I'll show you that. Okay, so this next website is really cool. It's what I use to get them all lined up with like the little borders in between, and everything is just lined up all nice. You can either do it on Microsoft Word, like some other people are doing, but in this tutorial, I'm just showing you how I do it. So you go here and you hit Create Collage, and it loads. And then there are different things around here. So I go down to the Pinteresty one. I just click this one, and then I rotate it to whatever I want. Well, we have a lot of photos, so we might just go this one. Really all depends on how you want to do it. And then you come up here and then you hit Upload Photos, and then you have to get them from wherever you manage to get them. So, and then you just upload them. It's really easy. So here's my DMS folder, and here are these photos that I collected off of WeHeartIt, and then the ones that saved to my desktop, the screen captures, and the palette. So if you want, you can try the autofill, but since I don't have that many pictures actually, we should maybe go back to this one. And we can rotate that around, and since you need the 3 different ones, you go back to your photos and you literally just drag and play with whatever. Like, I already have that one on there, but here is that. And if you want, you can put the palette here on this one, or maybe put it here, and it switches it, and this website is really cool. And then if there's not enough room for all of the palettes, you can just literally drag it in here like this, and it moves to accommodate whatever you want to do. So if I put that there, well, say I want this one there, and these can go here, and it's all really just a matter of rearranging it to whatever you see fit. And it stretches like that. And then you need to go back with, I forgot to upload the DMS logo. So let me do that really quick. And that is back in the DMS folder right here. And you just scroll down here, grab it, and put it up here. And drag it to fit, because it needs to be in the right hand corner. And then you can change, on this one you can change the colors in between to whatever. I personally like the light blue, or you can leave it white, which is what I'll do in this one, or you can make it with a transparent background, but I wouldn't suggest doing that because it saves it as a .png, and you need to upload it on Define My Style as a .jpeg. It makes the uploading thing a lot easier. Believe me, I know. I've tried the other one, and it takes forever to upload because the server needs to process it, and it can be fickle. So what I do is after I create it, like I really like how this looks, and I just realized this fabric is repeating. So I'll come in here all of the fabrics. No, they're not. Okay, hold on. Okay, got that all sorted out. It was right there. I totally missed it. So you can see I just went with the pictures of like flowers, which match here, and all of the color schemes kind of match. And if you don't like the placement of the photos, you can drag it around, to get the different perspectives. But all of the colors go together. Like in the palette, it really picks up the architecture of here with like the kind of turquoise gray roofs. And it's just really visually appealing in my opinion because I created it. So after that, you just save it. And it saves as a PicMonkey collage, but I'll just name it Teal. And then you just save it to your computer. And then after that, you go back to PicMonkey.com because you need to put your name and your sources. So then you go to edit a photo, and then you upload that. And then what I do is I just go here to the text, and then I type in the websites that you use, weheartit.com, and then you hit add. And you can add this anywhere, but since the palette is kind of basic, I like to add it there. It could be a nice touch. And then you can type in color lovers because that's where we got the palette. And then you move it around here and you can shrink it down. Make it different colors all with the text editor. Make it different fonts over here if you want. And then you hit add and that adds another one. And then you just type in your username. And you can center that. Make it bigger. And you can play around. They have so many different fonts. Like I like this one personally. But that's a little small and you can resize it. I like this one too. So we'll just go with that one for right now. And it's just centered. You can make it big. If you're feeling really grand and proud of your work, make it big. Let everybody know that you created it. And then you just hit save again. And then it saves it as JPEG, and you can put a number 2 too if you don't want to save the edited version over the other one. And then you hit save photo. And then that's saved, and then you go back to the Summer of Style page, and you go to the Color Board Challenge. And then I'm sure you know how to do this, but you just choose a file, and Teal 2. You hit that, and you give it a title. So you just name it whatever you want. Teal feels. I don't know. Give it a brief description if you want, and then you just hit upload. And then, since you saved it as a JPEG, once it goes, project submission received, that's what you want to see. And then you scroll down here to all of the others, which are amazing, by the way. I'm really proud of everybody. They have done great work. But you see here, it's just laid out really nicely, and you can click on it. And there's your name all big and your sources and the logo. And all of the photos are laid out in a visually appealing way. And it's really up to you how you want to do it. That's just my tips and tricks on how to do that. And I hope you found this helpful. Bye.